Hello, Scorpio. Welcome back to Path of Enlightenment Tarot. For those of you returning and those of you who are new, welcome. I am Nicole. Scorpio, this is your weekly read, February 23rd through 29th, right? Yeah, we're in the last week. Well, not the 29th, there's only 28 days to March 1st. Oh my God, caught myself there. So we are in the last week of February of 2026 already. Where the hell did it go to? I mean, February is a short month to begin with, but this one, felt like it rushed in, slowed for a hot second, and then full steam ahead. But of course we moved into the year of the fire horse, right? February 17th, so I guess that makes good sense, right? Scorpio, I get a feeling there's a lot going on for you this week. I'm very curious to see what that's about. This will be for your Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and North Node placements, including stellium as well. And then, like, share, subscribe, comment, right? Hype the videos as well. All of your support here really is wonderful and greatly appreciated. I also did, I don't know if I mentioned this to you guys on Friday or not, but added the new tier. So if you're not a channel member, you have access to the motivational series if you choose to partake. We have a higher tier and then we've got a lower tier. So whichever one, daily channel is the spirit notes, and then motivational series is a little different, but not as frequent, but very interesting things that would help you along in your day, right? So super cute, and it's a great way to support the channel. So I felt like that was my duty to give back in that regard. So that's that. All right, guys, a little bit of congestion weather has changed here again. Surprise, surprise. I think we're all kind of par for the course on that. So bear with me. I almost didn't sit down to do this right now, but I want to get it out to you, not make y'all wait any longer. So we'll see how it goes. But all right, Scorpio, let's get down to business here. What is going on for the sign of Scorpio this week, Spirit, February 23rd through March 1st? Restless energy, Scorpio. I feel like you've got duckies, right? They say do you have your ducks in a row? Scorpio, you've got squirrels and they're at a rave kind of thing. They're all over the place. You're all over the place. It's like your hands, like you're trying to handle this and this and this. You might feel like an octopus this week, right? But the difference in those situations are the differences in the atmosphere of what you're handling, Scorpio. It's a unique feeling that I get. I'm going to pause this because I feel like I need to draw something out. So hold tight for a second. Okay, Scorpio, I stopped right at the 3-minute mark, by the way. So that 3, surprise, surprise, keeps coming out for you. I don't know. Spirit's guiding me. And hold on. Spirit, what am I supposed to do with this? Start it. Okay, so, whoa. Way different than anything we've ever done for the weeklies before. Scorpio, Spirit's addressing 8 key things. It's kind of like 8, the infinity loop, what goes around comes around. What is today? The 20, when I say the 23rd, so it's the 5. Spirit's taking me to the 26th, which equals to an 8, which is the day that Mercury goes retrograde. So I'm going to write this 3 down. And I went and grabbed some plain sheeted, just so you can see what I've got here. There's 1, 2, I just grabbed what was left. 3 plain sheets of computer paper. 3, who would have thought? Both sides empty, right? You see them all, okay? Just so you all can see the transparency here. I'm gonna write 3 at the top of this sheet. We stopped at the 3-minute mark. I grabbed 3 papers, and we're gonna break this video into 2. So Spirit is addressing 8 things, and I'm going to put this nucleus, Scorpio. This is actually something I've done with clients in the past on self-work. I'm going to put Scorpio dead center here, and I'm going to show you what I'm doing. And then, Spirit, 8 extensions. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. I'm going to show this to you. Pen on me. The way that these came out. It's almost like the sun, right, Scorpio? There's your octopus arms. I'm going to leave that like that This is for, Spirit is telling me that this is for later. So what I'm going to do via Spirit, we'll see how it plays out. So this is, you know, you'll have your regular weekly. Yes, okay, accept. Spirit's like, yes, accept that, okay. And then I'm going to do a second video and we will scribe, or not scribe, but I don't know, I call it my scribbling. I know there's an actual term for it, but I will come back to this, but there's a reason, and the date, right, the 26th, so 8 is going to be important. So 2 and 6 is 8. Maybe we'll do it on the retrograde. We'll see, or maybe, I don't know, we'll see. I think I've got a pretty good indication from Spirit on what it does turn into 3 parts. Okay, oh my God, it does turn into 3 parts. Hold on, let me make a note of that too. Spirit, the downloads are coming in quickly. Hold on, bear with me, guys. There's a reason, and I'm going to tell you to go back and look at this hindsight in 8 days after the fact. So if I get all of these posted today, there will be 3 videos, I guess, for Spirit as we sit here. You'll understand why in 8 days. Okay, so I talk about patience, Scorpio. Patiently see how it unfolds. So we're going to do your weekly. We'll do this 8. I'm going to call it an 8 sheet. I don't know why, but we will. And then Mercury. 5. And the download that I actually had this morning, this supports part of a thought that I had. So live and in color, guys. This is the way that real intuitive senses work. Thank you, Spirit. There's a reason that we come here, and there's a reason that I do it the way that I do it here. Very different and unconventional to most, I'm sure, but if I did it any other way, it wouldn't be authentic to you or to myself. So can I move on? Thank you. Okay. All right, Scorpio. I feel like for some of you this week, Spirit's saying peacemaker. You could be trying to play peacemaker, but it's causing you a lot of worry. So are you giving up your personal peace to save somebody else from worry? Don't do that. Strength and High Priestess of Air. There's the worry. Spirit, what's the overall this week? And we're going to take words. Communication, words. Success, though, Scorpio. Hope. There is a blind faith. Spirit is saying that you will direct your way through this week, even if you don't know how. There is a sense of confused hope that sits within you. As I say that, I look at the clock, it's at 8:02. I look underneath that hope. Vision. What number is that? 8s, Scorpio. 8s are going to be real important. And I kind of want to say to you, the 8th day of the week. No, that does not physically exist on our human calendar. But I'm also kind of seeing it too as there's 13 months in a cycle of a year, but we don't show that, right? You think about the way that the year is broken down, there's actually 13 months. So this kind of feels like it's that day of the week that we don't talk about. Scorpio, what the hell? Spirit's calling it like an overnight alarm. It's almost like you skip it. This is real ethereal, guys. It's almost like you skip into a certain state, Scorpio, maybe of like in your sleep, where you have, this is so strange, quarter parts of days that equal an 8th day. It makes up, your sleep pattern makes up an 8th day. So like, let's just, as an example, I don't know that this is accurately correct to the T, so bear with me, I can't remember. Like when you go into REM sleep, right, REM sleep, we're not there the whole night, right? We're in beta and delta waves at different periods, right? Some last a few minutes, some last for hours. It just depends on the person. But there is supposed to be a consistency to the sleep pattern. But when you're in a particular kind of in it, kind of not here stage of sleep, right? What is that? Theta, I believe. It's like you're in another world, Scorpio. You're in another day on another timeline. It's like you wake up and you come back to this real world Monday through Sunday. The days of the week are real important this week for a reason. Some people escape by way of addictions of any form. It could be food, chocolate, singing to themselves, who the hell knows, right? It doesn't matter. Scorpio, you're escaping in an analytical dream state that's creating an 8th day. Spirit's calling it your Sabbath day. That is your day of rest. There's something specific to the only real rest that you're getting outside of convention is about a 2-hour period at night when you're sleeping. Now, if you think about 7 days in a week, that's 14 hours if you were to times those. But there's something about 8. So there's something to that 8, but it's making the 8th day, but you wouldn't sleep for 14 hours. But 14, thank you, Spirit, is the card of Sag, Temperance. It's the card of healing. The 14th of March could hold great significance for you. Okay, so just 314, yeah, 314. Just make notes of these things. I don't know why this is coming through like this, but your efforts, Spirit is saying that your efforts are amazing. They're not being missed. You have a vision. You're creating a vision at night in your sleep. There's somebody or something, Scorpio, this could just be your higher self coming to you in your sleep state as well. It's almost like you've got angels, Spirit, you've got angels watching over you. Scorpio, there's something really very spiritual happening at night right now, this week for you. I don't know how to explain this exactly. You could see faces, you could have conversations with angels, your guides. You really need to pay attention because they're telling you exactly what you know you need to do to succeed past these situations that you're dealing with. It's almost like when you go to bed at night, your brain is trying to block out. Spirit's calling it the human persona. Oh my gosh, this is such a strange reading. It's almost like you go into like this angel form at night during this state, but then in the day, you have to come back into human form and have these interactions. It's almost like you look disgruntled. Scorpio, it's like, do you remember the grumpy cat memes a couple years ago? It's been more than that, years ago. And he just looked like you couldn't but love him. He was so cute and fluffy. 333, 13333 on the clock. But he just looked miserable as fuck, right? Like, that's you. You're like, I'm happy to be here. Resting bitch face. There's something about that, Scorpio. And your higher self is kind of like, is it really that bad? And you're like, in the human form, yes. I don't know what you're disgruntled about, and I don't know who this message is for. But it's kind of funny, kind of not. Because to be in that spiritual world when we meditate or whatnot, versus dealing with humans, very different experience, right? I keep wanting to like rub my hands, my palms together. There could be something soothing about that feeling, or you're feeling something in your dreams, your sleep. I don't know. The hands are real important in this. 1441. Excuse me on the clock. All right. Let's get down to the days of the week, Scorpio. Spirit advised me to use the communication, forget what this deck is called, But they're just words. So 15. Let's use those and see what comes up for, I guess, a theme, and then we'll clarify them Monday through Friday, maybe even Saturday. All right, Spirit, Monday through Friday for Scorpio this week. Monday, that's today. Apology. You're not going to get it. I'll tell you that right now. As first thing, you're not going to get it. Greed. As I say that, there's greed. Love and career. Scorpio, you got a... My God, I can see why we've got 8 octopus arms. Scorpio, you got a lot of greedy people around you right now. I don't think all are. When I say greed, I don't think everybody's coming to you with their hand out trying to take money from you, but they all want a piece of you. We're going to clarify this now. Thank you, Spirit. I'm like, oh, geez. Some people are telling you in part why they need a piece of you. Like, hey, I need to meet, you know, it's like, hey, I'm selling Girl Scout cookies, and the goal was 50 boxes, and I'm 2 away. Like, typically I would ask that you just buy 1 box, but would you buy 2 this time, please? Thanks, right? Like, there are some people who will tell you why, you know. Now, they're telling you that that was the goal, but they're not telling you that if they sold 40 boxes, maybe they got $10 extra, right? Like, they got a $10 reward, but if they sold 50 boxes, they got $25. They're not going, this is really why I'm pushing this, because I want to take your money to make my money, right? But that's business, right? But it's kind of like that. They're not, this isn't just Monday, Scorpio. And I'm going to tell you, if you're new, these days are time markers, guys. This is whenever it's in the works for you, but this energy might be more prevalent today, but you're going to see this continue for probably the next 17 days is what I heard. This is someone who, they need something from you. They don't hold, you've got some people, Scorpio, that are really somewhat honest, that there's a reason they're relying on you to meet some kind of need, okay? That's going to require your time, energy, and attention, resources, something. Other people, like I said, Spirit's reader, hey, I'm sorry, I typically don't ask anybody to buy 2 boxes, but this is my goal. I've worked so hard, I'm only that, 2 away. I'm sorry, but. Then you've got other people that are greedy and will say, I'm sorry, but you're wrong. Let me tell you something. You see the 2 sides of that? There's a difference. I'm sorry, I don't believe you. I'm sorry, but. There's an I'm sorry, but to something here. Some people are sorry, Spirit, within reason and some level of transparency, Scorpio. Other people are not sorry at all, but it's more of a sarcastic, like polite F you. I'm not sorry, but let me tell you about yourself kind of thing. Makes sense? I hope so. You're dealing with 2 very different personalities, conceited, domineering, excessive, dominating willpower and control. And that's not who you tend to be, Scorpio. I think all you can kind of do is sit back and watch. Collection, as I say that, you're sitting back and thinking about how your higher self can handle things from not being who you're dealing with, right? You're going to have to hold Ace of Wands. They're trying to get you to do something. Like, they really, truly are trying to get you to make a move on something here, Scorpio. 5 of Swords, 9 of Swords, the Tower. Did I not just say to you, it's like, are you worried? Did I say to you, like, are you worrying? Or am I losing my mind? You're worrying for their sake, and they want you to take that on? Scorpio, there's an inclination, 9 of Wands. hold on, let me think about that. Like, I would say think about this, but Spirit brought something and it kind of took it back. Like, not to take it, they didn't take it back, the message, but it's hard to, sometimes they come in so fast. If you do this, you know what I'm saying. Scorpio, this is like, somebody thinks if they continue to pile on sticks, right, you have to bear the burden of the 10 of Wands. You're going to take responsibility because you're honest about it. You know, some people will take your honesty and use it to their advantage to benefit them because you're just very transparent about what your intentions are. Your intentions, thank you, Spirit, are pure. It's like, hey, I want to see this group do this, so let's work on that. Other people will hold back why they want things to happen, because they want it to be more beneficial to them than the collective or everybody in the circumstances, right? I don't know, Spirit brought in a message and it's just like, it's almost like they've blocked it out. So Scorpio, you may have a response, you may have a solution. I mean, I never bounce my legs. I'm sitting here bouncing my legs. You may have, somebody's got a nervous tick. You may have the solution to a problem. Somebody knows that, but they don't want you to present that solution, because if you do, it knocks out what they're trying to accomplish. You're simplifying something here. And if you simplify it, it's kind of like taking out the middleman. And he doesn't need to be paid then. I hope that's making sense. Anything else on this for Monday? Jump in. If you get in and you take the reins of something, Scorpio, you're going to have success. Give me a second. Hang tight. Yes, today is a snow day again. Oh my God, I could lose my mind. So, pardon, kids are home. Who knows? You are going to get the promise, the recognition, the accolades. You're going to have a good reason to be happy that you've handled it this way, but somebody else wants this victory, this success, Scorpio. This also means you break free from some kind of control pattern too. You're doing it in a much more humble manner. Your integrity here is everything. And it's like, even if I don't know, it's like, even if you don't know what you're doing, Scorpio, you would say, I don't know. You're humble enough to say, I don't know everything. And I won't pretend that I do, but this is what I do come armed with. This person wouldn't do that, or these situations wouldn't do that. They want to benefit from something here, Scorpio. So I would be, what is the advice? Such a strange, I mean, it's not a strange message, but it's like, what the hell's happening here, Scorpio, this week? What cards for advice, Spirit? I'll go with these ones. What's the advice here for Scorpio with this situation? It is polar opposite, right? Listen, you do what you have to do. Make yourself number one priority outside of what somebody else is trying to control you to do or dominate you into doing. Don't let someone apologize to you with the but attached to it. There is no buts here, right? It's like, either you can come along, and it's not that you're trying to control it, but you see something, you're aware of something that other people might not be, and then by the time that some people may get aware of that, it's like the other person is like, shit, you know, I should probably be more inclined to do something for Scorpio. You're gonna make some people real upset because you're like breaking some serious bonds of some bullshit this week, Scorpio. I don't think that some people see this attitude of yours coming, because it's not, it kind of comes out of nowhere. Scorpio. Your change in attitude, it's because you're doing inward thinking. I can't talk today. Inner thinking, inner resolution. So it's not something you're talking about out loud. It's not something that you are addressing out loud. It's something that's changing or turning within, and that's bringing in some revelations to you. So when you just all of a sudden handle a situation very different than you did last time, there's a fear as to what the hell's going on with you from somebody else or something else. Okay, but you're growing. It's a maturing that is happening with you. You're learning how to be more flexible in these situations so that you don't let your fixed energy get you caught up. Okay, so ultimately it's about you, but without these experiences or these situations, you wouldn't be able to kind of flex that muscle to build it. Okay, all right, Tuesday. Crazy. Gift. You could be receiving help, or someone could be actually be gifting you something. Love. You could be getting an actual, I'm going to call it a genuine, heartfelt message coming in for you that as you discern some things this week, you will see that other people, there are other people that are genuine. This week is a week too. What is it? Venus and June? No. Oh, damn it. I know this and I can't think. Venus and Neptune? No. Oh, God. I can't remember, guys. So sorry. Point being, though, expect the unexpected today. Like the 23rd on, right? The energy stays there. I can't think of all the things. I see, like, the parts of it, of the whys, but not the damn title of it. I don't know. Expect the unexpected this week. But we're also in eclipse energy, so definitely expect the unexpected, right? As I say that, reconcile in divine timing. There is, Scorpio, I think for some of you, like I said, there are people who are, there's some transparency going, I need to sell these 2 boxes, but I'm not going to tell you all the details. That person that you may change your attitude with is going to realize they need to approach you differently. Like maybe they were getting a little like taking you for granted, or getting a little egotistical, or getting a little some kind of way or another, and they're like, shit, I need to, humble myself if I'm going to deal with Scorpio, because, Scorpio, he, she, them, they they're not going to fuck with me, right? They're not going to play that game. So what is this gift about? Cool down. I just said they need to humble themselves. Cool down. Somebody knows you're making some serious judgment calls this week, Scorpio, and they need to check yourself before you wreck yourself. Oh, Lord. I always will forever love the way Spirit just solidifies what I just said. They don't want to push your buttons this week, You could be hormonal like me. You could just be in a mood. You could just be at your wit's end. You could be stressed out. 6 of Cups in the reverse. Is this Scorpio or is this person? Who's being Nine of Swords? I said about the 9 of Swords and I added up to the 10 of Wands. There they are again. Scorpio, I feel like... Okay, sidebar. Scorpio, if somebody does something, this is about receiving too. Here's something separate of this. Well, it's of this, but it's not the same thing. You doing something, or somebody, let me rephrase it. Letting somebody do something for you could be a major trigger. Where it's like, if I let this person do this thing, the negative past experience tells me that this person is likely to throw this in my face, use this against me, make me feel like the biggest piece of, POS that's ever existed. I've learned that manipulation tactic from childhood. There's nothing I feel good about when I associate this situation with my past experiences, right? I will also say these 2 sides of something you're dealing with, 2 different types of attitudes. One is like, they're not doing it maliciously. They really are trying to work towards something. They're just not telling you everything. But then you've got this one who is just a greedy, crazy, whatever. It's almost like you're comparing those 2 situations, and they are not the same either. So be very careful about how you get up in your head about different things, okay? Because that's also important. But you do have other parts of your life, though, that you are, I feel like it's money. What is it, money? You might have to swallow your own pride here. 10 of Swords. Scorpio, I'm going to tell you, you might be struggling with some misfortune right now financially. Can you hear her in the background? Preteens, I swear to the stars. They've got so much bullshit. Let me pause this and I'll be right back with you. These kids. Okay, Scorpio, I'm so sorry. Kids. Anywho, you ever talk to somebody with kids while you're on the phone with them, right? It's like, hey, yeah, that's great. Oh my God, stop that, right? I've always kind of made jokes about it, but neither here nor there. Scorpio, this feels money related to me. I'm going to change decks. What is going on with Scorpio's moolah? Spirit, what's happening here? We haven't done a money reading in a while either. Huh? All right. Spirit for Scorpio. 4 of Wands, so tied to home. What is Scorpio's money? Ace of Swords, 10 of Cups sideways, the 4 of Wands. Scorpio, you know, I've said before to you, what's underlying that? The 8 of Wands. You know you need to make some quick moves and adjustments, but this has to do with your mental prowess, is what I'm hearing. You're definitely in the middle of some type of transition, and I feel like maybe something that you had that was really supportive at one point has kind of, Spirit saying, has dissipated. 3 of Pentacles, because you're being forced, 8 of Wands, to work with others somewhere outside of, hearing outside of home. What is this outside of home, Spirit, about? 8 of Pentacles, Page of Cups. You are the World card. Okay, so this doesn't physically have to mean outside of home, but the World card, it's out. You're out there, you're being seen, right? She's kind of jumping through like a portal. So it could be online, doesn't have to be. But 8 of Pentacles is there's a work, there's a lot of thinking about it, there's a lot of contemplating, a lot of daydreaming about, well, what if I did this, what if I did that? But Scorpio, are you putting plans into action? Are you withholding a particular gift of yourself that you kind of keep putting at bay, or not putting enough effort into either? Because that gift could be something, it's like High Priestess. Scorpio, there's intel. There's intel you're being given. You're not, what's this intel about? Like, in theory, you're four of Swords, 4 of Wands. You got the 4 of Wands again, Scorps. You're not taking action on something. 3 of Wands. You're still, what are you planning? What is Scorpio planning? Like, you're waiting for like the right time. This could also be this may be you and somebody else. You're waiting for the right time. Scorpio, whatever you're thinking about doing, you need to just go do it this week. Because you're robbing yourself of an opportunity here, okay? This is like, well, I'll think about it a little more. I'll think, what is there to think about? If 3 of Pentacles, again, that's twice. The Hermit, slow, turtle pace. I'll think about it. That's going back into South Node. Virgo is in the South Node. We're going back to the South Node. You've worked out of that. Chariot, it's time to get your ass in gear. 9 of Swords, the Sun. You're afraid of failure. I don't even think this is a matter of afraid of failure, Scorpio. I don't know if you think you have enough in you to do this. I don't think, it's like playing, you know what, I just seen the little, you ever play the game Sorry? Said about, I'm sorry, but, and there's those little game pieces that have like the little knob, right? They're like kind of like a peaked looking thing. And Spirit just showed me those, moving those around the board, and they're showing me the red, the yellow, and the green. Stop, wait, go, right? Or pause, or caution. Scorpio, you keep hitting the caution, and you're bouncing back and forth between ready, set, and you stop. I'm ready, I'm set, and you just never go. What are you stopping yourself from going into? It's time to action something. You had the Nine of Swords 3 times. It's time to action something here. What is Scorpio? 3? Well, you're still waiting and planning and waiting and planning. What are they waiting on? 2 of Swords. You don't even know. Like, you're waiting for some kind of, like, divine intervention, clarity of something. And Temperance, it's like, when I tell you go, I mean, literally, to the 9 of Pentacles. Death card. Like, whatever this is, it's not, Scorpio, whatever it is in money, whatever assistance is coming in for you, stopping yourself from getting something. 5 of Wands. There's an internal struggle here. Stopping yourself from getting what is rightfully yours. 2 of Pentacles. You're holding back. The Chariot again. Like, it's like letting the rubber, you ever pull the rubber band back, fling it? Like, let it go. It's like a wind-up. Like, remember those cars that we would get in the McDonald's boxes? The little Hot Wheels, you pull them back. Scorpio, let it go. Let it off to the races. 8 of Pentacles again. This has got to do with your charm, your personality, your wit, your seriousness, your capacity, your acceptance of the world. You're so much smarter for that firm, that other, like, I call this my Queen of Swords in this. And look, here's the card of Hope. You got here twice. The name Hope could ring a bell. Could be some sort of resemblance here also. Hope. You can see it. My hands on the way. Hope. There's something about that. I don't know why it matters. Wasn't there a character on Young and the Restless back in the day? Her name was Hope. I think she was blind or something. I don't know. Maybe you're doing some humanitarian kind of somethings. I don't know, Scorpio, but you need to be doing whatever this thing is that you think you should be doing, that you've planned about or talked about or thought about, and you're not doing it. And then otherwise, you also have somebody who knows they've kind of pushed your ever last button, and they better pull their head out of their wazoo, because they need to be a positive reinforcement in your life, and not some bullshit. It's like, you either add to my piece or you don't. Real simple. Okay, so this video is super long. All right, let's go to Wednesday. What is going on Wednesday for Scorpio? I'm hearing you add to my piece or you don't. Wednesday, what's going on? Honesty and chaos. That honesty card, Scorpio, that's heavy this week. Wednesday, what's going on for Scorpio? Leverage. Meddler. You, Scorpio, you've got... Hold on a minute. I just said to you, if somebody does something for you, you don't want them to be able to come back, because back old school mindset is, I've had a bad experience with this, they'll use it against me. I'm looking at this card of leverage. I want you to open up and trust me so I can use your secrets against you. Careful who you tell what to right now. And Meddler, I may step in and try to influence or control your life. I'm certain I know best. Got a bunch of fucking know-it-alls this week, Scorps. Apathetic. I prefer to remain focused on my own life right now. Scorpio, somebody, something in way of communication is trying to flip your world upside down. And, you know, do I want to sit here and talk about these people? I'm going to make this clear. Week in and week out of what these are the people trying to do to you, Scorpio. Oh my God. No, but what I'm telling you is right now, you are in this place, and I have seen this. Like, I'm going to get wound up here for a hot second. I have seen this energy, Scorpio, of you trying to kind of lay back, or needing to lay back and take in what is going on around you, because you are not meant to make fast moves for the sake of other people. Your fast moves are to be for you and you alone right now. Stop trying to fix the people that are bringing their shit to your table and dropping it off. It is their responsibility. Yes, you can help. Yes, you can love. Yes, you can guide, but you cannot do it for them. Plain and simple. If you do not, if you do not stop this, whatever this is, and you guys know I love you to pieces, your problems are going to be exacerbated by 1,000. Whether this is affecting your money, your energy, your time, your essence, whatever it is. Now, you do have somebody else that is aligned. And I'm not saying lovers, I'm not saying that it's a job, I'm not saying that it's your mother. I don't give a shit if it's your neighbor. You have something else going on that you need to be collaborating with 4004 on the clock, who is going to help make things lighter for you. And you will know in every single conversation that you have with whomever or whatever, if this brings you peace. Does it add to your peace? Deceit. Swear to God. Scorpio, the people that you have around you, I have ill intentions and may be planning on deceiving you. Who is this? Scorpio. What a week. What a week. What a week. You know, somebody ever talked to me about something this morning. I said, I just don't trust people. And Spirit just made me think of that. I don't trust people. And I meant it like when it, like looking at our big world, like some of the things that have happened, right? And I think we can see that on a big scale. It was like, yeah, when it comes to those situations, you can't really trust people. Obviously, here we are. 8 of Wands comes out sideways, Scorpio. Limit. If you're dealing with somebody from the past, they are the ones trying to leverage. Here's the thing. Gotcha. Thank you, Spirit. Two sides. Again, Scorpio, here's the duality of this. Anybody from the past who could even be a bit newer, we'll say, they could be trying to leverage certain things to their advantage. Ones from way back when are ones who are trying to emotionally, they were really good at some point at emotionally manipulating you. That's what they're still trying to do. So I don't know if it's like unfinished business that you're trying to resolve and wrap up here, but that 6 of Cups pops up again. Queen of Cups, this one, she's very like wing over her cup, like no thanks, you're not pouring into this one. And then King of Pentacles, 7 of Swords, the 8 of Swords. This is to the World card again. These situations are stopping you from advancing yourself. There is a cycle that, I don't know that it's trying to repeat, but like to see that World card twice go, stop, stop. It's like, you know better than this. You know better than this, right? So just, it's your job to stop it before it becomes something more. Now these newer individuals, tell me more. 3 of Cups, a lot of talking, Knight of Pentacles. They're definitely coming in with an offer to the Knight of Cups. I'm hearing they're new to the scene. So again, if you're dealing with some new dynamics here, Scorpio, I don't think that this is a bad new dynamic. I think you're trying to gauge this dynamic because you're used to bullshit. Tell me more about these new people. Guard. They're giving you information, problem solving, or I'm hearing problem solving, solve puzzles. They're helping you figure out what your next steps are, what comes next. There comes that Hope card again. They're telling you, like, this is what you need to leave behind in something. This is what you need to focus on. This could be your guides. This could be spirit. This could be angels, ancestors. This could be, your mortgage broker. This could be your dentist. Going, hey, you know what? Don't worry about that. This is what you should be doing instead at this time. You're getting redirected. So somebody is coming in with new information, new knowledge, new opportunity for you, and saying, here's where I would make my investment. 7 of Pentacles, 5 of Swords to the Moon. Because the other investment, like, yeah, you can look at that option, Fool, taking a new direction. Here's where I would invest versus where you've been investing based upon the past, because it wasn't working at that time. This full moon that we have coming up next week on the 3rd, which would be Tuesday. So we have a week from Tuesday. There's the 3 again. It's going to be real important, okay, on letting certain things go. And whoever this is, they're really going to help you. Okay, they're really going to, 6 of Swords, they're going to help you move past whatever this is. And Temperance, there's that Temperance energy, that 14 and the Hermit. Moving past that Hermit energy into Sag expansion. So where you've thought about expanding, now something may happen this week, Scorpio, that makes you feel like you've got enough of an edge to to actually make a move on something here. It's time. It's certainly time. Yeah, okay, Thursday. So that's when Mercury retrograde comes into play here. Well, we're in the pre-shadow. Spirit, you'll be in the post-shadow before you know. Amusement and big favor. What is going on Thursday? Thursday for Scorpio. Dishonesty. Jesus Christ, Nitley, Scorpio. Reconnection. Why would Mercury retrograde for Scorpio collective not start off with a bang? I know it's been a while, but I miss having you in my life. Watch the worms come out of the woodwork, Scorpio, for the next 2 weeks, specifically. My knees, my feet are bouncing. Somebody might have like restless leg syndrome, Scorpio, or when they sit and think about you or the situation, they're like, how do I get to Scorpio? You know, again, nervous tick, how do I get to Scorpio? They might have nerve problems or something. I don't know. They're completely freaking wired. They want to connect with you because they think you have something to offer them, Scorps. Again, I mean, same shit, different day. I can't. This week, like, I could rubber stamp this and just go, friends close, friends close, enemies closer, because you know what they do. You know how people roll. What is this dishonesty about on Thursday? You're going to have to pick your own direction here, Scorpio, with this noisy set. Chaos, overload, trying to get away from something, trying to get away from people. Scorpio, if you have to take a half a day and just shut all the things off, social media, hell, YouTube, phones, humans, go find a hole, stick your head in the sand for a half a day, then maybe that's what you need to do. Because it's almost like you've got so many people vying for your attention because you have something to offer them. Everybody else around you could be in complete disarray by the end of the week. And you're just watching every day people pick, like this thing, that thing, this thing, that thing. Scorpio, you could be a jack of all trades, master of none this week. And you're like, yeah, you can do this, yeah, I can do that. Yep, there's this. No wonder you've got octopus arms. Because everybody wants a piece of you this week. All for different reasons. And it's like, Spirit, what does Scorpio need? Right? Like, the hell with everybody else right now, Scorpio. What do you need? Is what I can. As I say, look here. As they say about the octopus arms, look at this. At the bottom of the deck. I just realized that. There he is. There's like the David and Goliath, kind of thing that I call it. There it is. Like, it's like everybody wants to consume you. What does Scorpio need this week, Spirit? Strength. You're gonna need your strength. Because you've got so much coming at you, Scorpio, this week. You're really gonna have to discern in like 10 of Pentacles. Scorpio, I'm gonna sound really cheesy, but what doesn't kill you makes you stronger. And I want to be honest with you, I think I hate that statement more than anything. My mom used to say to me, well, you're stronger because of it. Like, bitch, I don't want to be strong anymore. Do you ever get to Scorpio? I know, I can guarantee you, every single one of you can identify with that statement. I don't want to be strong anymore. I just want to get on with my life. I'm tired of the struggles. I'm tired of the bullshit. I'm tired of play by these rules, live by this structure, do this thing, because those structures have effed me up. Scorpio, there is something happening within you that says, when I've played by the rules, I've gotten my ass handed to me and burnt. When I've done it on my terms, unconventionally, everything has changed. Your terms, your way, Scorpio. Just make sure you're checking off all your boxes of responsibilities so they can't come back at you. Whatever that means. Make sure you're doing everything, Ace of Wands, because I do feel like that in the midst of this chaos this week, in the midst of all the people grabbing at you, you could be, thank you, Spirit, categorizing Seven of Swords, what you need to take away from these situations, what is important to you. Because it's like, even Sun and the Moon, like complete opposite, the duality of it. Even in these situations this week that might drive you bonkers with dealing with all these sorts of people, Scorpio, you're learning something about yourself. Excuse me. You're learning what you need, and you may not yet see this. But Spirit is saying it is going to lead to long-term longevity that benefits you in the best way possible. Right now, you might feel like a pendulum, just a clock, you know, back and forth and back and forth and back and forth. And I keep hearing, I'm sorry. Sorry for what? Who's sorry? Why are they sorry? What did they do to be sorry? Scorpio, one, that part of that I'm sorry is you abandoning yourself again for other people. The inner child, or even your own children. I'm sorry that I've abandoned you or me for any reason. There's something about that, okay? Now, I'm sorry coming from someone else. 3 of Cups. Literally 8 of Wands. I should have supported you. You like disband. Scorpio, without you, again though, without you, why is someone else sorry? Without you, Queen of Swords, Emperor. You know, I'm going to say this, and I don't mean this in a sexist, feminist, misogynistic, whatever, however you want to word it, kind of way. But there is the statement that behind every good man is a really good woman that saw him get there, right? That's a true, I'm going to say that's a true statement. It takes support to get where we're going. But from the right people for the right reasons. Were you supporting people that didn't need to be supported because they were arrogant shits? Mars energy. Pay attention to what's in your Mars and what's going on with your Mars placements at this time. Scorpio, I'm going to tell you, this week it's okay to go quiet. Take the information. Take what you're getting. Even take the I'm sorries. And sit with them and decide. Discern. Don't bite off the first thing that comes along. Don't feel desperate. Don't feel like, yeah, 7 of Cups, because it's going to lead you to the right connections. And then it's going to take off. But if you lead into people or lean into people that don't show up correctly, Scorps, you're going to, like, sabotage yourself in the process. I hope the way I'm explaining this to you makes sense. You've got split 7s. It's like playing the slot machine. I'm not trying to trigger anybody. Do you ever play those 7 machines though? I'm sure you know what I'm talking about. And it's like you have to have 7, 7, 7 straight across, and you get the 7 here, and then like a damn duck, and then you get a 7 over here, and you're like, that other 7's like right below it going, is that close? You've got split 7s here twice. It's like that, like so close. You're getting closer, Scorpio. Like, don't stop before the miracle occurs. Don't give up. Like, don't settle. Thank you. Don't settle right before the right thing happens. You teach. Let me reiterate this to you. This week, you teach people how to treat you. If you have a boundary, man, you better hold that thing like it is like the gates of heaven in front of you. Unless you are pure and well-intended, you are not crossing this gate. I will not open this gate to you. As I say that, 6 of Cups and 6 of Wands, double 6s, those come together without something in between them. There's the other 7. You've got to be kidding me. I said it's like a gate Look at that Seven of Wands. She's in her Zen bubble. She's like in a little like snow globe of her own. She is protected. Ground yourself this week, Scorpio. Protect your energy this week. Everybody is waiting to get a slice of you. You teach people how to treat you this week. You've learned from what you've experienced. You have two options. You either give it to them, you give them everything that you've got and they abuse it, or you withhold it and you make them earn it. And when I say that, don't do it manipulatingly, right? Like you make them show up and do their part. Not all the work, but you don't do all the work either. But everybody has to do their part, right? It's team playing. Friday, Spirit. That was super quick. Scorpio, this love card fell on Thursday, so I'm going to leave it there. But whatever room, place, atmosphere you enter, you want to be a positive force in all the rooms. You don't want to walk in a room and leave a bad taste, but if you walk in a room and you feel that thick, dense energy of heaviness, you want to be able to walk away. And I'm going to tell you, apathetic, focusing on yourself, I don't blame you. The focus does need to be on you. You're absolutely right. On Friday, Spirit, for Scorpio, positive. There's, oh my God, again. I've said it from the very start of this read. I'm sorry, but positive. But what snuck out behind that? I couldn't make it up if I wanted to. I haven't used this deck and I can't tell you how long. And I don't even know that I think I might have one other deck that says I'm sorry. But there you go. Scorpio, by the... You might feel like during Mercury retrograde that you are rewiring parts of yourself. It's like looking at a circuit board transmission. If things aren't designed right, sparks will fly in all the wrong ways, right? And it'll burn other parts and pieces of a board. It'll ruin the whole thing, and you'll have to start all over again. It's a little bit of the same thing. It's like a circuit board. That you want things to line up accordingly and cross over where they need to the right things. You think about the sorry board itself. How you come out of your home space and you have to go the whole way around the board, and then you have to make it into your home space, or your safe zone, I think is what it's called, and then to your home spot, right? The new home spot. You've got to go on there's a certain pattern, right? And that was that was it Buck Cherry, I'm Sorry, was the song maybe? Scorpio, some people around you have regrets. Some people also will realize by the end of, I'm going to say these 2 weeks, that you're only asking for balance. You're not asking for miracles or anybody to come, rub your feet and pamper your behind. You're just asking for what is equal. It's a big lesson in boundaries this week. And it's not even a lesson, Scorpio. I mean, we've talked about boundaries, God, since I've opened up this channel for you. But this isn't learning how to say no, Scorpio, and not feeling guilty. This is when things get chaotic, and it's learning not to spiral when you don't see it coming clearly at you, right? When it comes up in a different form, right? The devil blah, 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 blah. The devil has different faces. This is you understanding that there are different levels to the devils. Some are malicious, and do it on purpose. Other people will be the little girl with the Girl Scout cookies who's not going to tell you why, but she really needs you to buy those last 2 boxes, right? She is sorry, like she hates to do it, but she's like, I'm tired, right? There's a level of tired, Scorpio, that comes into the mix of this. I'm tired, and I've worked really hard, and God, I just want to be done. Scorpio, you're almost done with something. You're almost to the finish line of something, but you're learning a little bit more, okay? And I do think that someone is, I kept hearing the word accept. And this card says safe space. I accept, however you say it, and respect you for who you are, and ask only for the same in return. You're gonna, if you've got newer people in your life, Scorpio, don't be afraid to teach them how to treat you, because you're defining what the future looks like with these people. Whether this is work or love or whatever it is, you're teaching them how to treat you and how to respect you. 0 1 0 1 0 1 on the clock, 3 1s. Apathetic. If you say to them, I need to take care of my things, you know, are they taking care of their things? Are they taking care of what benefits them? Great. If they are, what are you doing to take care of yourself too? Either they're going to respect it or they're not. And if they don't respect it, to hell with them. You know, anything else on Friday? Jesus, the card fell. Support. I'm here to support and elevate you. Somebody just needs to kind of be brought back to earth a little bit here. A little Scorpio. Again, this is all about the support system around you. I'm going to, well, here. What, you guys see all the things all the time anyhow, so this is life around here. Closure coming out sideways. So you've got one person at least, Scorpio. I said you've got a little bit to go. You're close. You're close to moving on from something here. I think you're also beginning to tie up quite a bit of loose ends. But as those loose ends are being resolved, remedied, whatever, you're also simultaneously setting the tone for all the things that are new to come. And that's something you really need to keep in mind. Like if you dealt with certain types of people or situations, what did you learn the last time? You know, don't let people take advantage of, I don't know, like let's say you used to, you know, your last job, you used to pick up a bunch of shifts, and now you're like, you go in and they say to you, hey, we have these extra shifts too, you know, do you think you'd be one to pick up a lot of them? Well, maybe. Say, you know what, it's really, maybe not. Like, it's really going to depend, and if my time permits, then I will, and if not, then I can't. Be very honest. Be very, very honest with that. Like, you're not going to self-sabotage to, you know, solidify something here. Because in the past, you would sacrifice without thinking. But this Emperor and Empress, that's a divine coupling. Like, if we're going to do this, you got to take care of your grass, and I got to take care of mine. You know, if you're going to need extra people, then maybe you need to hire more people, or you need to schedule differently. That's not my responsibility. Work together, but you don't do it alone. Okay? So there's something real important to that this week, Scorpio. Friday. Ace of Cups. You know, I'm going to say you're making somebody give, and they need to give. Knight of Cups, Two of Pentacles, the Death card. Scorpio, don't... Check yourself always to make sure you're coming in humbly to any situation, okay? You have to. You have to make sure you're also not being a jerk. But I do think you're trying to get both sides, Two of Pentacles, to make their move. It's almost like, I don't think you're trying to control it, but you know it's become a little lopsided on something. Time to retreat. Take a movement. Oh my God, what is it? Take a moment, march forward, and see where they meet you. Because if they come up short, You just keep going. That's for them to figure out, Scorpio. It's not for you to figure out. Okay? And you know, typically I would tell you to have these conversations too. Short, see, this is a short, yeah, literally the justice law. This is a short stint to reconcile behaviors. It's like grounding your kids. They need an attitude adjustment. You've got people of the past, Scorpio, who that's closing out. I don't want to get too much into that, I don't think. This has been long enough. But you know where that greed lies. They've probably been a real good example to it. You see somebody kind of falling off course, getting a little tempted by the devil maybe. This is where you give them the adjustment ahead of time, right? Again, it's a lesson in how to treat you. And I think the people that are in your life for the right reasons will adjust accordingly. Those who combat you, you're running into them in divine timing for a reason, but you're a bigger lesson to them than they are to you. Okay? All right, I'm going to leave it there. Scorpio, I hope this reading was helpful to you. I'm sending you all so much love. Take care. Personal reads are open and available. Info is in the description box below, as well as the About section of the page. These additional readings will come out to you soon. So, I'd love to hear from you. Email, yeah, so that email's in the description box. Oh God, pregnancy brain. And then join us in the channel memberships if you're not a channel member, and then Discord. Sending you all so much love. Take care. See you soon. Bye.